Hello everybody, Catherine here from Enchanted Imitations. So today's project is super fluffy tutu time. I am in the process of making this super fluffy tutu for my 3-year-old daughter. So I thought while I was doing the tutu, obviously I've got it about halfway done at this point, and I thought I would just give you a little middle of the project tutorial about how this tulle actually goes onto the headband that we're using here, because that's the part I think is really hard. There's a lot of tutorials on how to cut it in the first place to get all the pieces the same size, and I might do one of those next, but I just kind of wanted to show you how I put it on this headband. So if you can see, I'm in progress, and my next spot is going to be this spot here. So I actually rubber banded some of these together to kind of keep them out of my way. Otherwise, like on this side, they get all fluffy and in my face, and it's really hard to get things done like that. So rubber band the ones that you're working with as soon as you get them done to just kind of keep them out of your way. Now my next project, my next part of the project is going to be putting my next row in. So if you can see this next little square right here, there's squares like that all the way around the headband at the bottom. That's what I'm going to put my bottom layer of the tulle in. I'm going to put that in there, and then if you can kind of see here, I have 3 layers going on. I know it's kind of hard with all of that, but maybe on this side you can see better. I have the top layer, I have the middle, and then I have a bottom layer. So the bottom layer all the way around goes on this very bottom square here. And then my next one is going to go on the next square up. My top one is going to go on that little square right there. So 1, 2, 3 squares all the way around what I'm doing. And if you see here, a lot of space is left on the top. Now, a lot of people use just the skinnier headbands so that they don't have all this empty space, but I actually have some red and blue ribbon that I am going to be running through the headband all the way around to kind of finish off the top of it and give it a kind of cutesy look. So that's my plan with that, which is why I decided to use a thicker headband. So also, as you can see, I'm using this paper towel right here to hold everything. Unfortunately, I don't have a mannequin laying around, and I'm willing to bet that most of the population doesn't have mannequins laying around. So paper towel roll works great. It's just cheap paper towel. It's enough that the headband can sit taut on the paper towel roll, and that allows me access to those squares a little bit easier. So I left off on blue. My next color is going to be red. I have this red section right here. So what I'm going to do is take it and fold it exactly in half. It's really important that the ends here, these red ends, are even. I mean, it doesn't have to be 100% even all the way across, but they have to be the same length so that we get the top and the bottom layer all the same length. So I've cut all of these layers all of the same length, and now I've folded it in half. So here's my bottom end here, and here's my top end here. I'm gonna create a little loop out of it right there, and then I'm gonna come back here, and I'm gonna find my next square, which is right there, and I am going to go in through this side of it. I'm not gonna come up through the bottom. I am going to go up through the top side of it, and I am going to pull that little square down. See how I've pushed that through the square? So here is my looped side right there. So I have my looped side, and I am going to take my pieces. See, the ends here are still even, and I'm going to take it. I've got my loop in my fingers. I'm just going to pull through the loop. So if you see here, I pushed the loop through, and then I pulled through, and I'm going to pull down tight. And there's one of them right there. Just stick it into my rubber band here so it's out of my way, and I will show you guys probably 2 more. So I have my material. I've got my ends here. I'm going to put it together so the ends are the same length. I pull it so I've got my loop. I hold it so the loop is just sticking real small there. And then I come here. My next square is this one here, and again I'm going to go through the top. So I'm going to stick it through. If you see, I've stuck that through there. And then I am going to push it up again through that same hole that I had the first one go through, just above it. So my fingers are slipping here. This is an awkward angle. So I have my loop pulled through here. I just grab this and I pull it through and pull down tight. So you can see what happened there. I have this one at the bottom, I have this one next, and now I have one last one to do on this row. Got my material, making sure it's even on both sides. I've made my loop. I'm going to come over here and find the square right above the two that I just did. So that's this little guy right here. I'm going to push him through. So now that's coming out the bottom. I'm going to push it back up again right above the ones I just did. So the top of the square that I just did second. So I've got it pushed through here. You can see it's the top of that square that I just did below it. Find my loop again, pull it through, pull it tight. You see my ends are still the same length, and we let it go. And if you just keep doing that, at the very end, I'm going to go through and I'm going to fluff the tutu so it's as fluffy as possible. I'm going to put my ribbon on the top. Whoops! I'm going to put my ribbon on the top. And fluffy tutu, perfect for the 4th of July. Thanks guys, thanks for watching. Come back next time. Bye.